This is the Palisados Foundation. Palisados was created by a group of expat Jamaican IT professionals to provide equitable access to life opportunities for STEM students. Most specifically, we do this by promoting software engineering education internships for university students on the island. Each student works on one of our open source projects under the mentorship of an IT professional. Stipends are paid upon achieving predefined goals. This program is called the Calico Challenge. The IT sector is a dynamic, growing, and critical international industry that can provide significant financial growth and opportunity for our community. Our internship programs allow local IT professionals to globally compete. We started in 2016. Almost 40 students have completed the program. We have had a variety of current and past Jamaican sponsors, including the NCB Foundation, the JPS Foundation, the Grace Kennedy Foundation, the JMMB Group, Rail Decoy, Sutherland, Backyard Restaurant, Simtai Consulting, Vertis Technologies, the Jamaica Computer Society, and more. In this video, we'll be featuring the work done by students on the Talawa project. This application is meant to be a simple project and event management tool. It is suitable not only for community organizations such as churches and clubs, but also small businesses. Events can be created in the calendar with persons being assigned responsibilities and deadlines. There are news feed and chat features for additional community engagement. Say, for example, a religious institution is planning a wedding. The event can be created, the faithful alerted, persons responsible for all aspects of planning assigned, and registrations accepted. Talawa helps improve the management and engagement of the community. Let's take a look at what the students did in 2020.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Deandrew, and I'm a participant of the Calico Challenge. This summer, I was working on the Talawa mobile app. Just a brief overview of what my presentation will entail. I'll be doing a summary of what the Calico Challenge is. I'll tell you a little about myself, about Talawa as well, some challenges faced, lessons learned, and the demo. The Calico Challenge is aimed at giving university students much needed experience in the software development field and to grow the local open source community. I am Deandrew. I attended the Carter College High School. I'm currently a third year computer science and economics student at the University of Mona campus, Kingston, Jamaica. I am also a YC ambassador, a technical blogger, and a junior mobile developer. Now the problem that we were facing. This is Venus, the organizer at her church. She's tired of being flustered with planning and keeping up with church events through WhatsApp messages. She, however, just wants a lightweight project management tool that's easy to use for her and her members. She's also a part of her school club and they face the same problems. Now Venus' friend Peter told her about an app called Talawa. Talawa allows her to join or create an organization. She can also create a private organization, view the latest news going on, chat and view upcoming events, view tasks assigned to each member, and she's also excited that she can easily switch between organizations. But let's just rewind a little bit and see how it all began. So this will just be an internship summary covering the months of June, July, and August. Early challenges I faced working with legacy code. I was scared to make changes, afraid I would break the app, but then I said, all right, I'm just on my own fork branch, fork repo. I'm just going to mess around, break things until I eventually get the hang of it. Also, it was my first time learning GraphQL, so it took a little time. Sometimes I felt like I was getting nowhere, going through days and just not getting anywhere. But I eventually got accustomed to it. Also, creating a great user experience. We wanted to have a great design for our form our future users, because we both know that when we're using an app, if the experience is not great, we're just going to find something else. So for the month of June, I was in charge of doing registering and logging to the app, switching out the network layer from an existing REST API to a Graph API, logout functions, and displaying existing organization for users to join. And this was just some progress from the months of June. Then we moved to July. I was tasked with allowing users to create an organization upon sign up. Users should also be able to switch between organizations. They should also be able to leave an organization, and the person who created the organization should also be able to update it. This is progress. And we see where user updates the existing organization. And now we jump into August. August saw me creating private organizations, allowing persons to send a request to join a private organization. I also implemented image upload, allowing creators to delete their organization and to remove members from organization. Creating search functionality algorithm to allow user to search for existing organization, and some code refactoring, cleanup, and organization of the code base. This was it. We created a private organization, and then had another and then logged in as another user, had them search for the organization, and the red close lock indicates that it's private. Then a membership request is then sent to the creator, and the creator can choose to accept it. Then we also see where the creator can remove the member from the organization, and they can also delete an organization. All right, so here's the demo. Similar to Slack, where you can receive a URL to sign up. This is a similar process. So user inputs the URL, and the options become available. Then we'll assign you with an existing user, Arya Stark, for all of my Game of Thrones fans out there. Then this brings up her profile page. She will then join an organization. The green open lock represents a public one. The red close one represents a private one. We'll have her join new organization. We'll now have her switch to new org to demonstrate the leave organization function. And she's no longer a part of this organization. We'll now be demonstrating how a user creates a private organization rather. So we'll just call this Night King for the Game of Thrones fans out there. And we'll have her create a private organization to demonstrate a user sending a membership request to join it. So we'll now log out and set our org URL. We'll log in as a user who will be sending a request to join Night King's organization. So we'll go to join or create, and then this is demonstrating the search functionality. And Night King comes up, and a request is sent to admin of Night King. We log out, and then we'll go back in as the admin of Night King, which is Arya Stark. Oh, it seems as if I entered the wrong password there. Okay, we're good to go. So we'll switch to Night King's organization, and then we'll hit on accept membership request, and we'll see the membership request there, which we accept. We can also remove a member, and that member is removed, as well as we can remove the organization. And this brings us to the end of the demo. So let's jump right back into the end of the presentation. My final thoughts. So earlier on in the presentation, I noted the challenges I faced, and over the past 3 months, I would have said I've grown technically, in the sense that I was much more easier to become flustered when I wasn't getting anywhere, when I wasn't making any progress. I felt pressured into saying, "Hey, I really want to do this, but I'm not making any progress." And now my threshold for, managing managing that level of uneasiness has increased, because I've learned to become more patient and just work through things. It doesn't always go the way you want it at first. I've also increased my problem solving abilities. I've also saw myself reading more documentation rather than just copying and paste code from Stack Overflow, especially with GraphQL. I had to read a lot of documentation to fully understand it and to implement it in a way that's really feasible for how our code base is set up. Soft skills I learned or picked up was being more effective with my communication. Actually just being direct, and also understand that you're working remotely, so the person is not necessarily there to see your facial reactions and everything. So you have to try to communicate what you're saying in the best manner possible. I've also not to assume things, but also to seek clarity on something, because you may just go off on a tangent and end up doing the wrong thing when that was not what was required. So those are my final thoughts, and I would actually recommend this internship to anyone out there. And I was particularly blessed to have gotten something to do with mobile development, because I want to become a mobile app developer. So this internship was a real 10 out of 10 for me. The only downside I would say was I wish that we did some more user design first before we got into the coding. So perhaps like the first week or so could have been dedicated to doing user design and user experience, building out some screens for the app. And overall, it was great, and I really enjoyed it. Thank you.
Thank you for listening. If you are interested in participating, donating, or sponsoring our activities, then please visit our website at palisados.org. This is the Palisados Foundation.